just hear what this first responder was saying, and we've talked to dozens who said the same thing, and it's on the record. The local radio announced it. The countdown to blow Building 7, smoking gun proof.
Yep.
But CNN wants me on television tomorrow in a taped interview, and they want me to talk about the Pentagon. So they want to only stay on that subject, not the hundreds and hundreds of witnesses of bombs and countdowns. Please take a few of my minutes and detail what you were just talking about with the controlled demolition. Please, sir.
Sure. Yeah, we were staged at, I'm not sure what street it was, but there's a clip of Amy Goodman running from the cloud. I was about 40 feet away from her, and it was the same intersection. And we were split up into, half of us were going to be medical support, and this is all within the domain of Red Cross. Half of us were going to be medical support, and the other people were going to be search and rescue. Now, we were kind of mad because the people that actually had medical support training wanted to do the search and rescue work, but we were getting like split up with no rhyme or reason. And we saw it was like 4 or 5 city buses just packed to the hilt with citizens, New York citizens that were wanting to just go down there and help. They thought that they were going to go down there and help, and next thing you know, 10 minutes later, Building 7 drops. While we were on the right side, there was firefighters getting ready. They were bustling back and forth, and a couple of vets that were there, they got the vibe that something was coming down. And we started asking questions. Everybody started asking questions, and then next thing you know, there were the Red Cross representatives pacing back and forth in front of the crowd, holding his hand over the radio. And I couldn't hear what it was saying, but it was like, it was pulsed. Whatever the speech was on there was pulsed, and that means to me it was most likely a countdown. But he took his hand off at the last 3 seconds, and he gave this like heartfelt look, like he didn't just run for your life, because he didn't want to bring it on his conscience. He didn't want to go to his grave with that.
Jesus Christ.
And we only had a couple seconds to put our heads together, and it was like 3/4 of us ran up the street, and then the other 1/4 of us were like standing there like, what should we do? And next thing you know, like they started to funnel out and run into the crowd because it was a stampede going up the street, and like 3 or 4 people started hitting people football style to open up a hole like it was a mosh pit, and started picking people off the ground. And there was a woman there that I guess picked up the wrong way and put my hands on the wrong area, and she went to take a swing at me, and I pushed her on her way. And that's basically how that went down. And then about 15-20 minutes later, the smoke cleared. After I started to get hit with a little bit of debris, I ran into an archway for a door because that was the most protected area I could find. And maybe about 15-20 minutes later, it started to clear up, and everybody funneled back into the intersection, and they said, oh, come back at 10 o'clock, and then we'll be ready to roll out. Came back at 10 o'clock, nobody was there. Went on my own from then.